In the news tonight, teachers to return to the classroom by Tuesday as union calls off strike.
And the members would have indicated to us that they are prepared to allow the process for the process to be followed.
And PNCR Council of Elders calling to probe sexual harassment allegations against Norton.
And that is why we've reached out to the elders and asked them to intervene. And I think this sends a strong message to the women in the party and supporters of the party.
Teachers will return to the classroom by Tuesday as the Guyana Teachers Union called off the prolonged strike action. The decision to end the strike came following a meeting between the Ministry of Education and the Guyana Teachers Union with the Chief Labour Officer at the Ministry of Labour today. GTU President Dr. Mark Light said the two sides were able to agree on the terms of resumption. He noted that following new consultations with members, the union was given the mandate.
During the lapse between June the 10th and now, we went back to our membership to state the position that the government has adopted. And the members would have indicated to us that they are prepared to allow the process for the process to be followed, minus the interim payment or the cash grant. So us coming back here to sign minus that clause is as a direct result of new consultations that took place, and the members have agreed that they are prepared to forego that to allow the conciliation process to commence. The normal clause within a term of resumption, which indicates that there will be no victimization, persons will not lose their seniority and stuff like that. But key to this would be the clause that allows us to return in the new week to have conciliation on the time frame, and also both parties have agreed to be bound by the 1990 the grievance and procedure memorandum, and that stipulates the timelines for all the processes. These are the terms of resumption, so now we will issue a statement to indicate to our members that within 2 working days they are expected to be back at work.
GTU General Secretary Coretta MacDonald said she was happy that a consensus was reached.
What we were seeking to have is a win-win for both sides. The government was saying one thing, the GTU was saying something else, and so we were going back and forth. And while we were going back and forth, the nation's children were suffering all this time. And that was our concern. While we are concerned about our teachers' welfare, the nation's children were suffering. We would have had COVID, which caused a really big dent on this nation and our children. And this here, I would have compared it to another COVID. In the long run, we cannot recoup, or we cannot pull back, or whatever we do, we would not be able to regain the time that would have been lost. It has already been gone. And who stand to suffer? Our children. And coming out of that compounded situation, the nation will suffer. Teachers were concerned about this long August vacation that we were going to have and what could be some of the implications. In addition to that, we, after looking at the document a third time and the timelines, we thought that it would be best for us to have this agreement inked now so that we can use the period that is before us to ensure that we arrive at a position before September reopening of the new school year.
Teachers resumed strike action on May 9th after the GTU and the Ministry of Education were at loggerheads on the teachers' multi-year proposal submitted in 2020. The government has since said it was willing to commence talks on a proposal from 2024 and beyond.
Extra lime, lemon, and you will agree. Extra lemon and lime, it's the two combined. It's one of a kind. Extra lemon and lime. Extra. And when we drink it, drink extra. And when we drink it, drink extra. can taste, you will never decline. Extra lemon and lime, it's the two combined. It's one of a kind. Extra lemon and lime, extra lemon and lime. Taste the citrus in every sip.
From the Army, I go to the police force, spend 5 years service. Then take a break and join sheriff security. And so far the experience has been good and I'm enjoying it. I like my work, very dedicated and determined. Very nice company, have a lot of benefits. So I think sheriff security is one of the best so far for me, for my experience.
It's here! Igloo Ice Cream Fruit Bars. 4 mouth-watering flavors. Mango, pineapple, strawberry, and soursop. A beautiful combination of real fruit and igloo ice cream. Go old school with fluty popsicle. Classic flavors and refreshing goodness. Available at Igloo outlets and all your favorite shops.
The elders of the People's National Congress Reform have been called up to convene an investigation into the alleged threat of sexual violence against party member Vanessa Kissoon by leader of the party, Orby Norton. The call for an investigation was made by the National Congress of Women, the women's arm of the party, and the Youth and Student Movement, the youth arm of the party.
The National Congress of Women to intervene on this matter despite we have not been written to or we have not been asked to. We took the lead because of what we heard, what we've seen, and having spoken to the executive member of our organization that is involved in this matter. We ourselves did not get involved into a side or a story because we recognize that we cannot impartially address this matter since she is so close to us and a part of us. And that is why we've reached out to the elders and asked them to intervene. And I think this sends a strong message to the women in the party and supporters of the party, that we, the women of the women's arm of the party, we are willing to act on any allegations or any misconduct against them, or even if they commit that misconduct.
That was Walter Lawrence, the former chairman of the party and member of parliament and an executive member of the NWC. Former Prime Minister Hamilton Green, who is an elder of the party, said the chips will fall where they may.
This instance, and let me repeat myself, we treat this as a serious, very serious party matter. And that is why, on behalf of the councils of elders, and we have no legal powers, they've asked us to intervene. And we hope to use our experience, our wisdom, and our knowledge to investigate, to come with some answer, so that if we find anyone culpable and therefore being a burden on this party, we'll so pronounce and use the appropriate mechanisms to have that person removed or cashiered as the case may be. And that is the role of the elders to whom I have spoken.
Green said the elders have not spoken to Norton or Kissoon on the matter. A date has not been set for the commencement of the investigation or a timeline for its completion, but Green said the findings and recommendations will be made public. Lawrence said Kisoon has not given any indication of taking the matter to the police, while Green said no one will stand in her way if she decides to do so. The elders of the party are Yvonne Edward Ben, Benny Raymond, Cheryl Sampson, Alton Paris, Hamilton Green, Alan Moore, Jeffrey Thomas, and Robert Corbin.
Washi. Hi people. Washing made so easy since I found Washi. Washing me use wash me clothes and I can say wash it soap powder, wash clothes so nice. Wash it soap powder, leave your clothes color bright. Wash it soap powder, leave me clothes smelling nice, of course. So give thanks for wash it soap powder for doing my laundry right. Keep my clothes color bright, have my clothes smelling nice for sure. I could not ask for more. Comes in lemon and original. It is a washing machine in a pack. Wash it soap powder, wash clothes so nice. Wash it soap powder, leave your clothes color bright. Wash it soap powder, have my clothes smelling nice, of course.
Distributors located in the Stabrook Market.
What are you doing? Igloo ice cream. You know it's good.
I am not compromised and I would not be compromised in any way, shape or form, says President Afanali, as he spoke about his use of the Mohammed's vehicle during and after the 2020 elections campaign.
Not in opposition. The vehicle that you're speaking about was used during the election campaign and after, when my security apparatus advised me that I needed a safe vehicle because of the distance I was traversing, and in their assessment, the threat that I was exposed to. I didn't hide it. I didn't drive in a tunnel. Not me. I didn't drive in a tunnel. It wasn't hidden. It was open, transparent. And I did not use that vehicle after assuming office. The day I was sworn in, I was dropped home, and the vehicle that Office of the President provided was used from the very next day. That much.
Do you have
that much I can tell you. Now, I want to say to you that as the President of this country, I commit myself to the rule of law. Mr. Mohammed, who was a councillor for the PPP, I've seen a resignation as councillor from the post in the NDC. I've seen that. So I'm not compromised or would not be compromised in any way, shape, or form.
You would recall that the United States government, through its Treasury Department last Tuesday, announced that Nazar Mohammed and his son Azruddin, along with Permanent Secretary May Thomas, were all sanctioned for their involvement in corruption. Speaking at a press conference on Thursday at State House, President Ali said the rule of law is the rule of law, and it must apply equally to every citizen, since no one is above the law.
Guyana is a small country. And Marcel, you're associated, you can be easily associated with the Mohammeds. You can't tell me you don't know the Mohammeds. There is no one in this room who can tell me they don't know the Mohammeds. No, let me answer. I'm answering you. All the banks were associated with the Mohammeds. All the major businesses might have been associated with the Mohammeds. The Mohammeds are in business long before I was born. I made it, Chabral asked, 2 years ago, I made it very clear that I know the Mohammeds. I was at Saints. We went on Fridays. There was a mosque at the top of the building. That's where all the guys from Saints went on Fridays. We went to camps that the Mohammeds supported. This is from a religious perspective. So I'm not going to deny that I don't know. Every single leader knows the Mohammed. From the opposition, from government, historically and now. Historically and now. So does that make us, or does that reduces our judgment on anything? I said the rule of law is the rule of law. And the rule of law must apply equally for every citizen. No one is above the law. And that is all I want.
U.S. Ambassador Nick O'Terrial said the investigation which led to the 3 Guyanese being sanctioned occurred over a period of 2.5 years, and that the sanctions the 3 receive are reserved for persons involved in gross levels of corruption and human rights abuse. For these and other stories, do visit us at our website www.rdproductiongy.com.